we also have another team represented here, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh boy,
Mr. Dylan Walsh. Some things have happened. Obviously, your quarterback is always in the news. A lot less this year than he was last year. But you had a nice little draft. Did not get the wide receiver early like we thought, but you did a little bit later. Let's bring that up and take a look. You got the two Georgia boys early, Christian Walker. I mean, what are you thinking about this, man?
So for our at that point, like at pick 22, the best wide receiver available was Christian Watson. So I don't understand why everyone's like, "Oh, we didn't draft the receiver in the first round when we got the receiver that we would have drafted in the first round, just in the second round." We were able to spend our 2 picks on the linebacker that we could use, and big D tackle who's going to help Kenny Clark a lot.
kind of reached on Quay Walker.
Yeah, there's a Devin Lloyd. So the Kobe Dean was the other Georgia guy. He was big, but it seems like he has injury issues, so it makes sense to pass up on him because most teams passed up on him. But the Devin Lloyd one was a bit of a stretch, I think.
No, he's not.
Which rookie wide receiver?
Christian Watson? Is Watson going to be the next?
Watson's more of a Marquez Valdes-Scantling type player.
Yeah, he's
tall and he's fast.
Yeah.
So Rodgers can just fling it down there and he can catch it, then that's gonna work out just fine. Like we kind of did with like Donald Driver back in the day. But
is he be the breakout wide receiver?
But the one like big knock on Christian Watson was the fact that he drops the ball a bit, which then falls right with what Marquez Valdes-Scantling was for our team. The big play guy who either catch you a 70-yard touchdown or drop you a 70-yard touchdown.
Right.
Yep.
So I feel like the Christian Watson pretty much that's gonna instantly fill the Marquez Valdes-Scantling hole, and then we just need one of the other guys. That's like because now we have, instead of just having Devontae Adams and bums, we have just a bunch of Sammy Watkins,
Christian Watson and bums.
No, but we got this Sammy Watkins. So week 1 we have about 300 yards receiving, and then he gets injured in week 2.
Is Sammy Watkins your number one? Like, who's your number one?
Number one's gonna be Watson.
Is it Cobb or is Watson? Or Watkins?
Here, look on the Packers depth chart on ESPN. They have Lazard one, then Watson and Watkins. Oh, so wow. I don't. But Lazard's gonna be an outside guy because he sees.
You said Watson and then Watkins?
No, Lazard, Watson, Watkins. But their 3 are all starting. Okay. So they're interchangeable.
Okay.
It's just they think Sammy Watkins is gonna be in the slot with Watson and Lazard on the outside.
Makes sense. Okay.
Lazard needs to be on outside. He's not a slot guy. Good blocker, and he's super tall. So pretty much the prototypical outside guy. Oh, yeah. Then Sammy Watkins can play slot. Christian Watson can play slot. Amari Rodgers, if he can figure out how to not be bad anymore, can be slot. But he had an awful year last year. Very underwhelming from when we drafted him. Randall Cobb's still decent enough with decent Rodgers. Enough. Yeah, with Rodgers especially throwing to him, then he can slide in the slot if he has to when Sammy Watkins inevitably gets injured because that's what he always does.
Yeah.
And then we have Romeo Doubs, who can be huge later on. We can give him time to develop with all of these guys. And then we have people like Juwan Winfrey, who is always having one good preseason game, and then he goes on the practice squad. So we have okay receivers, just not a standout guy like we've had the past couple of years with Devontae Adams or with Jordan Nelson before that. So I think it's not too awful about our wide receivers or our weapons, because we also get Robert Tonyan back, who was missing all of last year, including the games he was playing, because I don't know what happened to him during those times.
Yeah, I don't think they're. I don't think they're buying it, Dylan.
Well, I think Romeo Doubs is going to be good if he gets it to the
Christian
point.
Watson in the bump squad.
Watson's part of the bumps. I would say Lazard is the better one of them.
I mean, look, outside of Devontae Adams, who else did they have before? I mean, everybody tries to say Lazard and Valdes-Scantling, but they were only relevant because of
Aaron Jones.
Right, the running back.
Your running back is your number one receiver.
Yeah, because what Chris McCaffrey was, and look how that went.
this is normal for Aaron Rodgers. He's used to this. He will make
Used to
do.
throwing to nobody.
See,
Yeah.
no, it's also another part. It's an underlying part about whenever we piss off Aaron Rodgers, MVP season. That in the past 2 years, we drafted Jordan Love, and then we told him we weren't going to trade him. Pissed off Aaron Rodgers, MVP.
Can he be 3 in a row? I predict 4 in a row, and all failing in the playoffs like the Bills. That's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. You call it right now, 4 in a row for Aaron. He's going to go 4 MVPs in a row, losing the playoffs each time.
But that's also the thing, because another big part is, we cut our third string quarterback, Kurt Benkert. We cut him.
What?
Wait, what?
How could you do that?
I know. I was pretty sad about it. But
Grassi all the time. How could you do that?
Come on, man.
He's a professional Halo player. Did you know that? He's like a professional esports Halo player.
Did his Halo career get in?
I don't know. No, I think Coach. He got cut.
Who else is doing that? Isn't Jay Ajayi doing that? Doing esports now?
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to him on his retirement.
But we cut Kurt Benkert probably because we now officially trust Jordan Love to not be a bum. So I think Jordan Love's shown in OTAs that he's good enough to at least be a backup to Rodgers. And I think he's good. I said this like the past 144 years, it feels like. But I think this is Rodgers' final season, our last chance at the title.
All right, Rodgers Favre. All right. Each year,
Rodgers just keeps coming back. He keeps coming back for what seems like just one more year.
Let him go, man. Just
go. He's gonna go to the Vikings?
Please.
But do you know what the one thing that Rodgers has now that he's never had in any of his years before is an actual defense, like a competent defense.
That's
not
true.
like some 6-year-olds that we throw out there that might know how to play football. We don't know.
Let's see.
We had like a top 5 defense last year. We probably have the best secondary in the league. I think that's nearly without question with our corners and then our safeties, Amos and Savage. And if we get Jair back, we have Rasul Douglas, we re-signed. Eric Stokes is fast, and he's good. But I think that's pretty good for right now.
Isn't that what Tom Brady did?
No, the first round pick on the QB. So I've had a lot of time.
Isn't that what you did with Aaron Rodgers? Except Aaron Rodgers fell to you in the draft. You didn't trade up to get him when you.
All right, here's. Let me ask you a question. Would you trade a first round pick for a 2-time MVP? Like if you know he's gonna win MVP for the next 2 years, you would trade a first round pick for him. So us drafting Jordan Love guaranteed us a 2-time MVP by pissing off Aaron Rodgers.
It's mind games. I get it.
That's
what I have to tell myself. So I don't.
We're playing checkers and he's playing chess right now. I get it. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not gonna try to understand.
We're playing checkers and he's playing Halo. He's playing something.
Right.
I'm playing Halo.
We're professionally playing Halo.
We are not playing anything in the same universe. We're doing football. You're doing psychology.
Exactly. But look. So I mean, with all that considered of who he's gonna throw to. Most of the pundits still have you guys taking the NFC North. I mean,
and you know what? The reason for that is because we made one.
Everybody else sucks.
No, well, we made that. That's true. I'll get to that eventually because I want to absolutely just roast the Bears because they suck. They're trash.
Oh my
goodness. What are the Bears doing?
But we signed 2 free agents, and we had a ton of money after all of our cap hits that we took, cutting Zadarius Smith and all of that. We signed 2 players. We signed Sammy Watkins, which makes sense, depth for wide receiver, and we signed a punter.
No, I don't imagine that.
You did sign the punter.
We signed a punter. That is huge because the Packers need a punter.
Are we getting more?
Whatever the hell was that in the little freaking San Fran game that choked us that one?
Punt stats.
We signed 3 people. We signed the punter, we signed Watkins, and we signed Rich Bisaccia. So we got a coordinator. We got an actual punter.
There we go.
And Sammy Watkins doesn't matter. But now we're gonna have the best special teams in the year.
Yeah.
We're the best special teams this year, and we're not gonna. We'll still find a way to lose in the playoffs, but it won't be because of special teams this time.
But in the NFC North, you're most likely gonna win.
Well, yeah.
I think Detroit is gonna give you some problems.
Can I do?
That's what we've said that like the past 8 years. It feels like
they beat you last year, so they have apparently given you.
We did have our bench in though.
Can I do my hot take of the year?
Yes.
The Detroit Lions are going to the playoffs this year. I'm just gonna
Oh,
say.
I'm down with that. I think the Lions go to the playoffs. They're gonna lose in the first round.
It's a combination of.
But they're
I
gonna
think
go.
they have a lot of
get
talent.
there.
They have a lot of talent, and the NFC just sucks.
That make me crazy.
The NFC just sucks. There's nobody else. They're competing with the Saints, the Vikings, and like the Eagles already. There's like 3 playoff spots that they can compete for, and the only teams they have to compete with for those spots are like the Eagles, the Saints, the Vikings, the Cardinals,
San Fran Cardinals.
San Fran Cardinals.
Lions are like the Browns. Every offseason they're coming and going, making the playoffs, and then
and then something just goes wrong.
Jared Goff will make the playoffs. Interesting.
No,
or make the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl.
I mean.
That's well, it is the Pro Bowl. Mr. Trubisky made it once, so anything could happen.
It could happen.
Are they going to still do the Pro Bowl this year?
Or going to be next year when Rodgers leaves. Yeah,
that's not fair because the Vikings. Kirk Cousins' agent might be like the greatest agent of all time. I don't know.
I like that.
He's got to have some blackmail. I swear Kirk Cousins' agents have some blackmail on the Vikings somehow.
Kirk Cousins is making
money.
Kirk
Cousins gets the bag every time, and he's not that good, to be honest. He's like a borderline top 10, 15 quarterback.
He's good if he has the talent.
He's not that great, to be honest.
Doesn't have.
Let me see where he is. How much
even
money
with the talent?
Certain people feel that when we're talking about Lions going to playoffs, they need to play this one. Really?
They're going to the playoffs.
It's going to happen. He called it. He might make him crazy, but it's going to happen. He said it. Lions going to playoffs. Well, and I got to call because Monsieur Cat is a diehard Lions fan in Michigan right now. I have to. Well, go ahead. So what you're saying?
The Lions, the Lions schedule is also pretty nice and easy because they were last place last year, so they got to play all the bad teams again. Mm-hmm. And also, they got to play the Bears, and that's literally 2 free wins because the Bears are absolutely trash.
The Bears are going to be the first team in NFL history to go 0-17.
Really?
That's what I said that earlier.
They don't have anybody on the team. I'm
telling you,
they have Justin Fields and a bunch of bums.
Yeah, let me pull. No, actually, let me pull because I was looking at the Bears defense because that's supposed to be like what they're known for, right? I know 4 players on the Bears defense.
Yes,
and I know a lot about football.
It's no mystery that they're rebuilding. They're gonna have a lot of money going into next year. They're gonna be good.
But when you draft
they're gonna win
some quarterback, you got to be doing the rebuild. You can't be trading away first-round picks.
Well, in their defense, they drafted the rookie quarterback, and it was under the last year of a horrible regime. So this is really the first full year out of their regime.
But what was the last team to do that? That was the Los Angeles Rams, who did eventually win a Super Bowl, but the quarterback they drafted got so beat up that they could no longer use him.
Very true. Very true.
But let me just talk about the Bears O-line. That's like because you need to protect Fields, you need to protect David Montgomery. Those are your 2 best players. They have Tevin Jenkins starting, who has not played a game yet. Was injured all of last year.
Great rookie out of a year ago, though.
Yeah, he looks good, but he's also not that good in pass blocking. So that's your problem, Justin Fields. Maybe you can just run away from them.
Justin Fields is mobile, exactly right. Go ahead.
Try to pull a Russell Wilson.
He's gonna die back there.
They're starting Lucas Patrick at center, who's never played center. You played right guard for the Packers the past couple of years. Okay. They're starting Dakota Dozier, and they're starting Larry Borum. And then they're starting Cody Whitehair as well. Cody Whitehair.
You have David Montgomery and Justin Fields and nothing else.
No, and Darnell Mooney is good as well.
Darnell Mooney is solid. Yes.
You couldn't even get a first-round pick for Khalil Mack. You traded several first-round picks for Khalil Mack. What are you doing?
But what the Bears did get with one of the Khalil Mack picks.
Tell them how you really feel, Colin.
You know what they got with one of the Khalil Mack picks? They got that receiver out of Tennessee with one of the picks who's like 107 years old. Who's like
matter if they have a receiver. Justin Fields will be dead in 3
they got a 25-year-old receiver, Velus Jones.
Yeah, Velus Jones. Hey, wait till next year. They're planned for next year, all right? It's the long game.
6 years
Trust
from now.
the process.
Okay? No, it's like 6 years from now.
The Bears are playing like They're going, oh, we might be good in 2050. That's how they're going right now.
I'm telling you. They're like, this is the first time we've had a quarterback. We're just going to hold you. We don't care what.
Well, do they have a quarterback?
They're
not going to get injured.
That is a question.
That O-line. That O-line is...
That man walking in the backfield.
Wow.
That is not a quarterback.
Unbelievable. And that,
he played like 4 games last year and had broken ribs like right away.
Yes, they didn't have an
Bears
O-line last year. He's going to get to
NFC
it.
North instead of the NFC North, he would be dead. TJ Watt and freaking Myles Garrett, Ravens, you'd be dead.
It'll be rough. It'll be rough. Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.